Hello there viewers, welcome back to Face to Face at BINUSTV. My name is Sophia Virginia and I'll be your host for this show for 1 hour. So, about today's topic, well, today we have a very special episode actually. Well, to be honest, I'm slightly pressured, but I think it's going to be fun. So, I'm going to review a bit about last episode.
What are you doing here, Sophia? This is my talk show.
I'm supposed to ask you that.
No, this talk show belongs to me.
This
not
belongs
to
to
you.
me now, not you.
But you know that I've hosted 50 episodes. You have hosted only like 6
you
episodes.
You gave this position to me.
Oh, I gave this position to you.
Yes, you said it. You want to ask Ma'am Manik to be the witness?
Oh, okay. So this talk show belongs to you now. Congratulations.
Yes, of course. Welcome here.
So how
Alessandro,
are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Come on, let's have a seat first.
Have a seat.
I look really ridiculous coming up here, you know.
Okay, and how are you doing, by the way?
I'm doing really fine.
Okay. And how are you? And what about your university life?
I'm supposed to ask you questions. Alright, so how are you doing, Alessandro? I know you're having your vacation right now.
Not really a vacation because it's only like 2 or 3 days.
No, let's say off days.
Off day because it's like a week after UTS, so we don't really get things to do.
After
so
midterms,
I'm quite free actually.
So you feel comfortable now coming back to this studio, but slightly different?
Yeah, because usually I used to come here to become the host, but now only this time will I become the guest of yours.
Yeah, I'm really honored to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. So,
you're welcome.
Well, assuming that we all know that you're quite popular here and of course live stream.
Yeah.
So just in case if we have new viewers, right?
Okay.
So maybe you can briefly introduce yourself to the viewers so they might know you more.
Okay, which camera? This camera?
This camera.
Okay, so viewers, if you don't know who I am, if you don't know who Alessandro is, you don't know English department at BINUS well enough. My name is Alessandro. I am now 20 years old and I used to be the host of Face to Face and she is now the new host, the one that I gave this opportunity to. So she is doing a very good job.
Thank you very much. So, how are you doing with your internship or your job as an educator?
Okay, my internship program, well, as you know that I am actually becoming a lecture assistant as well as a tutor and also a mentor. So it all involves teaching and I think everything is going as well as I expected. So yeah, nothing to worry. Even if sometimes like some of your friends do not really get like good scores on examination, but it's okay. But still, like you got a pretty high score, so I feel satisfied.
Thank you for your teaching. It's because of your great teaching that I may understand it better, so that I can do it better.
Not only because I teach better, but it's because you are paying attention pretty well. So yeah, you got what I want you to get.
I believe that I did pay attention to the class, but
not as much as some other students.
Yes, I think they need a lot more than what I do. But although I really believe that I still need a lot to learn, but I believe that my friends need a lot more. So I really hope that you can give a lot more explanation to them, which you always do in the class.
I'm also pleased to see that you are now wearing batik. The first time I saw you wearing this on Face to Face.
Yes, this is actually the first time I'm wearing batik on this talk show.
And it looks good.
Thank
it looks good on you.
You know, actually, I didn't think much of what to wear today. But then when you especially asked me to wear a skirt.
Yeah.
And then I started.
But you are not wearing
I'm
skirt.
not wearing skirt because.
I don't know why.
Because I have lesson this morning.
You did not fulfill your promise.
I didn't say I promised it. So I had class this morning, and then I had Mandarin class afterwards. So it's going to be really hard to run here and there. So I think maybe I should not wear a skirt at all. So I was searching through my cupboard, and I found this batik, and I thought it would be a great chance to wear this.
Okay.
So I wore this today, and this is actually what I wore.
I'm the guest.
Yes,
Ask
you're the
guest.
question.
You stop talking.
Okay. So maybe you can tell me or tell us about your family background because we don't get to know a lot more because you have been the one asking questions.
My family background. Okay, so actually I got 2 sisters. They are both younger sisters. The second sister is now in the 3rd semester of his university life, majoring, I don't know, something related to medication or something. I don't know what's that called.
I see.
And then the youngest one is now in the 3rd grade of junior high school, and she is pretty much like me.
I'm sure they're really proud of you. I mean, you're so popular.
And
You
your
do
brother
a lot of things.
is also proud of you
I'm not sure about
doing
that.
doing this talk show.
I'm not sure if
Because
he
you were always
watched this or
because
not.
you were always trying to keep up with your brother.
Yes.
Yeah, trying to be the best.
I'm trying to raise up to him
Because
in
your
my
parents
own way.
like to compare you and your brother.
Used to.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for the family background. So maybe you can tell a lot more about what your parents do.
My parents, in terms of job,
Mm-hmm.
okay, my father and my mother are now like working as a, I don't know, I'm not working like, they have a shop to sell computers and then like service anything related to computer. It will be my father doing the things, it will be my mother
Dealing
promoting
with
the whole things,
customer.
yeah, like
I see.
yeah, somebody involved in the marketing service.
Has anybody ever told you that you look like your mom or your dad?
Some people have, but I think when I speak generally, some people would say that I look more like my father.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, when I found your YouTube channel
Yeah.
by accident,
Yeah.
and I saw there's a video that you specially made for your mother.
Oh.
And I saw her
How
photos.
how could you come across that video?
I didn't know. I was searching through face to face, and it came up at the suggestion.
Oh.
And then I saw how you actually look a lot more like your mother. Well, that's
Because you haven't seen my father.
Haven't seen your father.
If
yeah.
you have seen my father, then you yeah, you look just like your father.
Really?
You probably would say that.
Yeah, maybe.
So it
in
was actually a
another
video
chance.
specially made for my mother on her birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on her birthday. She looks really, really pretty.
Thank you. My mother should be happy with it.
Of course, every girl will be happy if you
She
say
will
that she's
take
beautiful.
that as a huge compliment.
Really, she's pretty. I mean, if she's not pretty, how can she marry a handsome man?
Yeah, because that handsome man doesn't get any other choice. Could be one of the
You
reasons.
can't say that. Well, in the past, we can't really actually say that, but well, let's leave it as that. Well, it's a great gift that she is really pretty,
Yeah.
and she has born you into this world and becoming, a very successful man right now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, always welcome. So apparently there's a special question that people want to ask you.
Okay, and what's that special question?
Well, the special question is, why do you think you're still single?
Why do I think I'm still single? Because
Yeah.
before I answer the question, everybody's wrong.
How?
Because
Why?
I'm not single.
Yes, you're single. What do you mean?
What do you mean by single? Like not having a girlfriend?
Yes.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Congratulations.
I have many girlfriends.
Oh my God.
I have more than one
I
girlfriend.
didn't expect this. Okay, maybe we can skip the question.
Okay. Well, actually, I have a girlfriend. I'm in a relationship. I'm not. Well, this is not a good question to ask or to answer actually. But I have many girlfriends.
All right.
But we have different definitions of what a girlfriend means.
I understand that.
Okay.
We usually
You are
have.
my girlfriend, a friend
you.
who is a girl.
Yeah, I understand that. Wordplay. So I want to ask you.
Yeah.
What is the most embarrassing moment in your life? I usually ask their
Wow.
most wonderful, memorable, but this
Let
time
me
I want
recall.
to have embarrassing.
I think it went back when I was in the senior high school. So
Senior high.
it was like a subject of Bahasa Indonesia, reading
Yeah.
articles. Sophia, can you read? Okay, and then you read the first paragraph. Alessandro, can you continue? And before that teacher asked me to do so, I was talking to my friends, so I didn't know how to continue,
Oh.
which part to continue. And I said to my teacher, sorry, saya kilaf.
That's really common, but that's really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I
And I
understand
found
that.
it quite embarrassing.
I feel that too. I used to
Yeah.
have that kind of moments as well. So before we get deeper into our talk,
Yeah.
we will get into a short break. So viewers, don't go anywhere. Watch out. Welcome back, viewers, to Face to Face. We're still here with Mr. Alessandro, and we're going to have a very good talk today.
Okay.
So, Mr. Alessandro.
Okay, Miss Sophia.
So, in your CV, you wrote that you're trustworthy. If you're going to get into a company,
Yeah.
and then you're being interviewed, and when the interviewer
Yeah.
asked you, how would you prove that you're trustworthy? How are you going to reply?
Because I can feel that I am trustworthy. Sometimes it's my feeling that says so. If you want to prove, probably like some people have asked me to do several things because they simply trust me to do so. If they didn't trust me, they wouldn't ask me to do that. So just because I feel it, and just because people ask me to do things because they trust me.
Very well. That's a really nice answer. I like it.
Solid.
So, we as a human, we have our advantages, our positive marks and our negative marks.
Yeah, you mean like strengths and weaknesses?
Strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
What do you think your weaknesses are?
Wow. Let me think.
This question is specially made for you.
Oh my God. My weaknesses. How many do you want?
Well, let's give it 3.
3. I don't know whether this is like a strength or weakness, but probably some people will think it as a negative remark, which is sometimes I do not really care what people think of me. I do what I want to do as long as I think it's right. But whatever you do, whether it's right or not, people will judge you. And some people will think that you are bad. You shouldn't be doing that. But I keep doing what I think as long as I think it's right. So some people will like me.
You're quite ignorant.
Some people will like me, some people will not. And I don't care whatever people think of me.
I see. But I think that's actually a good point.
But some people don't think it as a good point, that's why.
Most of people don't think that ignorance is a one-off factor that will bring you to success, but I actually think that you're correct.
The second one is probably I am sort of like somebody who really likes to play games a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
I play games so much that I sometimes sort of like postpone doing my homework. And then the third one, I don't know, the third one. Maybe you can try to guess.
Sometimes you're really sarcastic. I don't know if you, I don't know if you mean it or not, but well,
for example,
it sounds like sarcastic.
In the class?
No, just now in the makeup room.
Oh, in the makeup room. What did I say?
You said something about
I'm actually it's like I'm actually just joking in a way that sounds sarcastic.
Yes.
And it would be my third weakness because some people take it very seriously and they hate me accordingly.
I feel you too because we're actually in the same boat. Sometimes I get really sarcastic when I actually I'm actually joking or kidding, and they took it like very seriously, and they suddenly, I don't know, they just became silent and didn't want to speak with me, and I was like, what was wrong with him? Well, maybe that's our weakness.
Sometimes I tell that person, oh, I'm just joking, don't take it too seriously. I still want to be a friend of yours.
Yeah. So maybe, well, we have discussed about weaknesses. Now maybe about strengths.
Strengths.
You can give more than 3 if you want. I know you're confident.
Yeah, confidence would be one. Verbal communication would be the second one.
Verbal communication.
The third one would be like I am pretty
handsome.
Well organized.
Well organized. Not going to say you're pretty handsome.
It's not something that I should be proud of.
Really?
Appearance is not something that you should be proud of. It's this.
Yeah. So, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
You know, when we first met, it was like months ago.
This is like what is that? When we first met?
It's a flashback thingy.
Flashback.
So, what was your
when
first
I first
impression?
met you? My first impression of you?
Yeah.
When I first met you, or when I
When we first met in the class?
after the first meeting was done?
No, right in the first meeting.
I didn't get to know you better. I mean, not until the session was over did I know that you were actually one of the best students in the class.
Thank you.
Because how could I know you before we talked?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I mean, I was just trying to be active because, you know, first semester students, they are like trying to get attention.
Many students were quiet in the first session. Like Memenik and I were asking you some questions and nobody would raise their hands. And only you would. That's why, oh, this must be an active student, and she is quite diligent and she likes to read a lot.
I'm actually quite lazy, you know. The same as what you have said. Sometimes I postpone because I play games as well.
What kind of game?
Well, quite a lot. Like for example, online games, Dragoness, and not the usual thing that girls play. So I think I'm quite lazy. So maybe you might change that. But I think I'm quite diligent in some parts.
But no problem. Sometimes being lazy is okay. It makes you healthy. I don't know, like
Healthy.
in a sense, probably like you have a lot of things to do. Like studying all the time would probably make you stressed. So playing games would be a good way to refresh your mind.
I think laziness is becoming my stress management, and I think it's actually a good point. Thank you for explaining for me.
Okay.
Well, sometimes I just don't know until people say it to me or explain it to me. So you have deep interest with the
How many
mentality.
questions do you have?
I
You
have
seem
more
to
than
have
20
so many
questions.
Wow.
I have more than
20
20 questions, I think.
You don't usually have that many questions when you were interviewing other guests.
No.
No. Why would you have so many questions interviewing me?
Well, honestly, as a host, I'm sure you get to know that sometimes
Experience between hosts.
experience between hosts. So sometimes when we run out of questions, we need to think
back up.
fast.
Okay.
Yeah. So these questions, about 20 questions, most of them are backup questions.
Okay.
So I don't want to experience that kind of thrill that you felt throughout the hosting.
Oh, you were opening one of my cards.
I wanted to try something different. So I tried to, cover everything. Try not to, be flustered at all. Because sometimes when I get flustered, everything is ruined. So I try to avoid that.
Okay.
So you have this deep interest with the mentalist thingy?
Okay, before you ask further, mentalist is the person, mentalism is what you learn.
All right. So you have deep interest in mentalism.
Yeah.
So
I am.
what does being a mentalist mean to you?
What does it mean to me?
Yeah.
To be a mentalist, I think it is probably the art that has given me the most influential contributions to my life. If people ask me how I could be so confident speaking in front of people, it would be because of my interest in magic as well as in mentalism. Because like magic, you would somehow rely on your hands, sleight of hand.
Yeah.
In Indonesia we call like kecepatan tangan. In magic, we rely on the presentation. It doesn't matter how good the trick is. It's just the presentation. If you do it well, people will be mesmerized, amused, and it will require you to speak really well. And like it or not, I have to practice in front of a mirror alone, like 1 hour, 2 hours, speaking in front of the mirror by myself. And people will come in. Who do you talk to?
But researchers, scientists, they say that people who tend to speak to themselves are actually smart people. So, let's take it as a compliment.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes
and
I
you do
speak
too.
to myself. Yes.
Yeah.
So, being a mentalist.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you earn being a mentalist? So, what are the advantages of being a mentalist?
One of the things is money.
Money.
The second thing is.
You're going to put the money number one.
But I have another one on top.
Yeah. So
above money. It's like it's not always about money. You can get a very great amount of happiness when you do something that you like doing. It's about passion.
Yeah.
So by doing magic, I can feel very happy knowing that I'm doing something that I like, as opposed to doing something that I hate.
I see.
That's it.
Well,
because
that's one point.
Because many people spend their time doing something they do not particularly enjoy, and it is a bad idea to do.
It's a torturing thing to do. Well, I experienced that. I hated math, and I still hate it right now. Well, I still don't want to.
Something we have in common.
We have a lot in common, Alessandro, really.
Yeah.
So
Why do we hate math? The thing is,
like
money. In senior high school, we learn like too many complicated lessons.
Algebra,
too many complicated lessons, which I never use in my life.
Yes, me too. Because one of the reasons why I choose English department is to run away from math.
Controversial talk now.
I hope no mathematician is watching this.
Some teachers will hate us.
Well, maybe yes, but this is the problem about preferences, so they can't do anything with us.
Okay.
So have you done anything with your mentalist capability or ability to do something naughty?
Wow.
Have you ever done that? I think you have, seeing from your personality.
Oh my God.
Have you done that?
Something bad.
Bad.
I do something bad because of my mentalism ability. Probably, okay, before we go further, mentalism involves several skills like persuading, also influencing, and also mind reading. I do not really specialize in that particular area. But sometimes I persuade people. For example, we want to go
Persuade
somewhere,
people.
okay? I want to go here, but that person wants to go here. And I'll try to persuade this person to have an agreement the same way as I do. So either way, or eventually that person will agree to whatever I say.
I see. You're going to use threat then.
No. Usually no.
Completely wordplay. Completely wordplay to persuade him.
Not always wordplay, but your intonation, the way you speak, the way you look the person in the eyes.
Yeah.
Try to make that person change their mind according to the way you like it.
I think it's more of an energy play then.
Yeah.
It's basically everything that you do will affect the opponent.
Yeah.
I see. So, have you won? You have won quite a lot of competitions, right?
Yeah, quite many.
Quite many. So,
But it's relative. You
So-
probably have won more competitions than I have. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't join that much competition. Maybe just the basic competition. So you have won a lot of competition,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk about it after a short break.
Okay.
So viewers, don't go anywhere. This is Face to Face. Watch out. Hello, viewers. So welcome back to Face to Face. So we're still here with Mr. Alessandro.
Okay, Miss Sophia.
Right, we're going to talk about the competition. So you got this recipient of appreciation certificate for outstanding performance at national competition. So
Okay.
what is it all about?
Okay, it involved me doing some sort of like mentalism stuff again.
Oh, really? But it's English competition.
In this competition, I was the performer,
Oh.
invited to
Oh,
perform.
I see.
So like there were some people joining English competition, and I didn't join the competition. I was just asked to perform.
And
then
you
I-
got your fan base from there.
I don't know. It will depend. If they like me, then they would be my fans. If they don't, then they wouldn't be any of my fans.
Actually, there's one video of you doing, bending the spoon.
Yeah.
And I actually want to have this implanted here, but it's like too
I think
short.
I did it once already here
Really?
on face to face.
Maybe I didn't watch it, or
Yeah.
maybe I skip it already. And
Yeah.
I think I need to
It's
search for
it's
that.
bending spoon.
Now, how much time does it take for you to bend the spoon?
It depends on how much energy I have in my mind.
I see. So it's all in the mind.
Yeah.
Maybe you can teach me sometimes.
Okay, I'll let you see. But you've seen it in the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's really fast. I mean, how do you do that? Because as a woman, I don't understand mentalism and stuff. But
Okay.
I do care about mentality
Oh.
and morality.
Okay.
Okay, so the next would be, you got a certificate for second winner of Symphony of Talents.
Yeah.
Is that a kind of talent show or?
It's sort of
kind of
yeah.
competition?
It was kind of like a talent show.
So what did
While
you do?
some others did singing stuff, I did magic stuff, mentalism stuff. Okay. While some others were singing, I was playing magic. I was playing like magic square, like numbers.
Were you the only one,
Yeah, I
performing
was the
magic?
only one doing magic.
No wonder.
No one else did.
Who won the first place?
It was a friend of mine. He was pretty famous, and so like many of his fans came to BINUS auditorium, and yeah. But a friend of mine told me that the audience was more excited when they were watching me, as opposed to watching the first winner.
I see. So what did your friend do, to get for the first place? What did he do?
Singing.
Singing. He must be really, really good to beat your magic.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you can ask him if he wants to come here,
Yeah.
Or maybe you can give me his contact.
Yeah,
Maybe I can
okay,
ask him
sure,
personally.
Sure.
Good. So you used to join in debate competition. Well, to be honest, I didn't know that you would compete in debate.
Okay, it was in my second semester, and actually a friend of mine was offered the chance to join that competition, and she was asked to find a partner.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't think of anyone better than I was, because I was like in Indonesia we call it like nyolot.
Oh, I see. But I think you're really good though. But I haven't actually seen you debate somehow.
And in that competition, I thought I made like a couple people angry at me because of the way I spoke, I talked, and the way I rebutted their opinions.
But I think it gets you there because debate, that is the purpose. I mean, as long as you don't speak any dirty words, you'll be fine.
I didn't.
If you give any spicy words, it's just going to be really good.
My facial expressions were, I don't know, by its very nature. I don't know.
Maybe it's because of your eyebrows.
Could be.
So maybe we can get into the main topic. So it's going to be about your hosting experience here.
I don't like this one.
Oh, why not? So how did you come here? How did you find this place? And how did you become the host?
So I had my senior, her name was Kartika. So she offered me, oh, Alessandro, would you like to become the host of Face to Face? That's like what I've been doing so far. When? What would I do? Okay, I'll give it a try. And surprisingly, it's really interesting to do that. Just like what you're feeling now.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
Really.
That's why you didn't refuse my invitation for you to be the
I'll
host.
explain more about the first time when you offered that. So
maybe we can change places one day. I'll be the host and you'll be the guest.
Keep on. So you got that job from a recommendation from your senior?
Yeah.
She was the previous host before you.
I think the reason why she offered me the chance was because she was the audience when I was doing magic. And at that time, I was showing off my ability to speak, my verbal communications, and then she thought, oh, maybe this is one of the best students who should become the host.
I see. So, well, I know as a host, but I want to ask you, because we have different ways of doing things. I want to ask you, what are the difficulties that you have encountered during the hosting? Well, we might have different difficulties, but well, maybe something in common.
Okay, the first one is trying to find a topic that both the host and the guest could understand well enough. And then like writing the scripts was not that difficult, but trying to be able to maintain the engaging atmosphere within the show would be one of the most difficult things to do.
So during your hosting, what kind of atmosphere were you trying to create?
Fun.
Fun.
And it depends on the topic. It could be fun, it could be serious, it could be, either of them.
I see. So do you think, what do you think the atmosphere that I'm creating right now with you?
Fun.
Fun.
Because you are fun.
Thank
Somebody
you.
fun to play with.
Yeah, I think you're really fun
Somebody
to play
fun
with.
to talk with.
So, well, we have talked about difficulties. Well, I feel that as well, but well, it's not actually a big obstacle for
And the next
hosts.
question would be the opposite. Probably something that is easy to do, the easiest thing to do when hosting.
Yes.
And should I answer now?
Sure.
Sitting down.
That's a great joke. So maybe you can get serious more into the hosting instead of just the action.
Yeah. Oh, probably like the easiest thing to do when hosting.
The opening.
The opening. Yeah. The opening.
The opening is the easiest thing to do.
Thing, because I was by myself, no one else to talk with, so I could do whatever I want to do.
I see. So when you first got here and when you first become the host, when you first hosted the episode, what did your family say about this?
Okay, my parents were not that easy to express their feelings. Even if they were proud of me, they didn't tell it directly.
I see.
So I know deep down inside they were proud of me, but they just didn't tell me.
What about your sisters?
What? Television? Wow, well done. Like that.
They must be really proud of you.
I hope so.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
So what about your friends? Did they say anything? Did they say that really?
Not 5 times, like 2 times only.
My friends ask me like, I don't know,
like
many times, more than 10 times maybe.
Okay.
They're like, really? Is that you on the screen that I'm watching right now? Is that really you?
Yeah, because they see like
like it's another person.
The me on the screen is somehow different from the me they see on daily life.
Yeah, I know that's quite different. Scientists say that when people speak different languages, they become somebody else.
Yeah.
They have different personalities.
So
But
you got 2 personalities, or maybe you got 3.
I
if you
got
speak
more than
another-
3, I think. So when my friends ask me if it's really me here interviewing you right now, they actually mean for the makeup actually.
Oh yeah, that's what
So
I was about to say.
sometimes-
That's what I was about to say, but I didn't.
Thank you.
I cannot say that.
Thank you for the
I'm just
consideration.
kidding. I'm just joking.
To be honest, I'm quite offended when they ask that, especially my cousin. But well,
That's why you
okay.
don't apply too much makeup. Just show the way you are.
Well,
People will
tell
would be
the
awe.
makeup artist, not
Oh.
me. I have no power in the makeup room. So let's go on to the next question. So what is your definition of hosting?
Do you think I'm a dictionary or something?
No, I mean we all have our own definitions of something.
Hosting is the act of asking questions to somebody in such a way that you will get the information that you wish to get. And in my case, hosting should be either informative, entertaining, and fun.
So what's the difference with interviewing? I mean, they are both asking questions.
Interviewing sounds more formal, while hosting is a bit less formal. In which case I can talk whatever I want to, and the guest can talk whatever they want to. But in interview, you only answer what I ask you.
I see. So, well, practically, well, I'm interviewing you, but I hope I'm actually hosting right now.
Yeah, you were hosting.
Thank you. So, how many episodes have you hosted so far? Well, you have hosted for like 2 years, right?
Yeah, almost 2 years, and it's almost 50 episodes.
50 episodes. So, well, how do you feel right now coming back here on stage
Nice.
as a
It's really
guest?
nice coming back to the place you used to be in. Like I used to be here, and I come back here, and
And
it's
you used
really,
to be sitting here.
Yeah,
right?
I used to be sitting. I feel like sitting there now. changing
Really?
places.
Maybe we have now another episode when we change spots.
Yeah.
And you can ask me
It
questions.
would be a great idea to do so.
Yeah. So, can you imagine your life, your college life? Can you imagine your college life without hosting?
So
What do
so
you
what
think
you're
you're
trying
going
to
to
say,
do?
would it be a different life now if I hadn't been given the chance to become a host?
Yes.
I think
What do you think
I
you'll
think
be?
it would be different in a way that hosting really improves our English skills, both in writing and also in
Yeah.
speaking. And sometimes it also involves listening or maybe reading, because you need to read articles, you need to listen to some videos as the input. Yeah, that's one. If I hadn't been a host, I don't think my English would be as good as it is now.
I see. So, what do you think you would do if you didn't do the hosting?
Playing games.
Playing games. Me too. So, what do you think people wanted to watch your talk show? Now, this is actually a very
The
crucial.
reason.
What do you think, and why do you think people wanted to watch your talk show? Because you had a quite high records,
One of the main underlying reasons, or maybe like the decisive factor why they watched me, would be because
I think it's your eyebrows.
no, I usually brought up topics that were pretty interesting to the viewers, like hyperhidrosis, why some people's hands are always wet, like mine.
Yeah.
Okay, and they need to watch my show in order for them to get the answers.
Well, they can watch. They can look for Wikipedia.
But they found watching more interesting than reading.
Well,
One of the reasons.
I think one of the reasons is maybe most of them are,
Why are you keep pointing out my eyebrows?
I don't know, because whenever I watch your previous episodes, I always, bring my focus to your eyebrows. I don't know why, but it's so funny when you see your eyebrows going up and down. Yeah, just like that. I find it really funny. Maybe you can make a joke from that. I'm just kidding. So
This is like a mentalist from America. He also likes to play with his eyebrows.
I see, but I think eyebrows are a really crucial point for you. I think it's a charming point.
It could be
So being popular with
charming or chubby.
charming
Oh,
point.
okay,
How
okay.
can eyebrows be chubby? I mean,
I don't know.
they can be, thick, they can be thin, but not
Okay.
chubby.
Chubby.
Okay.
Only this one, probably. Okay, go on.
So, being popular with the mentalist status
Mm.
and the hosting thing,
Mm.
and mentoring, teaching, and all the stuff.
Mm.
So, how do you handle your popularity?
Sometimes, yeah, when I go somewhere, they know that this is Alessandro. For example, like I encounter somebody, I chanced on somebody that I didn't know before, and then we were shaking hand. Linda, Alessandro. Oh, you Alessandro. Okay, so they knew me beforehand.
I see. Has anybody asked you for your autograph?
No one has,
No one has.
but somebody will in the future.
I will right now after this.
Okay.
I mean, you're my senior, and you brought me here. You gave me this chance. I mean, how can I not be a fan of yours?
You're not really a fan of me.
Well, I respect you.
Yeah, that would be a great way to put it in
Or maybe
sentences.
you can sign my book.
No,
later
that's way
on.
too exaggerating.
No, don't worry. I really want it. So maybe you can give me what I want.
We better take a photo after the show. And that
Sure.
would be,
After the closing,
yeah.
right away. So, so with your popularity, has
Mm.
anybody pointed out like, oh, mom, that's Alessandro?
No.
No, not
it
yet.
must be like somebody who appears on national television.
I see. But I think you will appear sooner or later.
Hopefully, something that I
Amen.
really,
Say
something that I
amen
really
to
hope.
that. So what is the nicest thing that people have told you before? Like, you said you were kind of sarcastic.
The nicest.
So what is the nicest?
The nicest.
Yes.
When they are inspired to live their life after I have talked to them.
I see.
So they got like a very terrible problem, and I talked to them somehow. I explained to
You
that person.
motivate them.
Yeah, I explained to that person why that person shouldn't be depressed, frustrated, and I told them that you needed to move on.
I see. So, what is your current ambition right now?
Ambition to
What are you trying to achieve right now? Currently?
now, not now actually, but after my graduation arrives, would be to work in one of national television companies
I see.
to have an English talk show.
Good luck with that, and
I'll invite you.
thank you very
And after
much.
I'm done with it, you will be the next host of
Thank
that program
you.
also.
Thank you very much. So don't go anywhere, viewers. We're still going to into the last segment 4. Stay here at Face to Face at BINUSTV. Welcome back to Face viewers. Well, we're still here in the last room with Mr. Alessandro. You're not going to say yes, Miss Sophia, again.
Yes, Miss Sophia, I wait until you say that.
Really? You expected me to say that? Okay, so let's continue on to the questions.
Yeah.
We talk about ambition.
Okay,
So,
ambition.
You said that you wanted to get into a TV company?
Yeah,
media?
national.
National. So what kind of show are you going to cover? Talk show again?
Yeah,
English?
talk show. No, actually any program that is in English, because I am new to the company of television, and like usually the hosts that appear are famous,
Yeah.
and they will probably be thinking why they should accept me. So there must be something different. So there must be something that differentiates me from other hosts, and that would be my English.
Well, that will be your status as
And
mentalist.
as soon as I am accepted to be the host, probably I will
Invite me.
consider inviting you to be the guest.
Thank you very
and
much.
we will be talking about talk show.
I'm really honored to hear that. I'm really glad. Thank you very
It
much.
would be a dream to accomplish
Thank you.
in a matter of 5 years.
I'll put it in my dream list as
Okay.
well. So, well, being popular, we have two sides,
Yeah.
black and white.
What do you mean
So-
by black and white?
Well, we have
Good and
fans,
bad.
those who support us,
Yeah.
and those who kind of find us irritating and annoying.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with haters of some sort?
Okay, haters. Well, usually I always say to my friends, okay, I need more haters because the old ones are starting to like me.
Really?
I need new haters because the old ones are starting to like me.
Maybe I can start hating you, right?
Yeah.
Kidding.
And yeah, one day you will begin to like me. That's the way it is.
I think I don't particularly, hate you. I mean, you gave me this chance, so I should be
Yeah,
grateful.
you shouldn't hate me. If you hate me, I don't know what kind of person you are.
I I don't really hate people that easily unless they offend me in some way or offend my friends. That
And it
is
has
going to anger me.
happened already?
It has happened. It is happening right now. I'm
Oh.
trying to,
Oh,
calm
now,
down.
not now.
Well, not in this.
Oh.
Not in this stage.
Oh, yeah,
Not
okay,
in this studio. So, but it's like outside, private life. So it's out of campus. So well, just ignore that. So I have been curious. How
About what?
how and why.
How and why?
How
The next
and
question
why?
is not something pleasing to me.
Really,
What?
I think it's going to be pleasing. I mean, I think it's going to be easy for you to answer.
Which is
So, why did you choose me to take over?
why?
Did you choose me to take over
Oh.
this place? What makes you?
Yeah, yeah.
What convinces you?
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
The first one was because I believe that you were somebody who would do whatever it takes to become a good host.
Really?
Yeah, and you were pretty free because you were in the first semester, so I don't think that you would have a lot of things to do, and that's why you were quite free. You can do whatever to the show.
I see. Thank you very much. So, with your experience, I think maybe you can give a little bit of motivational speech to the viewers.
There is only one thing that I want to say to the viewers. If you want to be happy, then try to do whatever makes you happy. Do the things you love as opposed to doing things you do not like.
Thank you very much. So, thank you for coming.
Time flies.
Time flies. It's so fast. I'm
It's an
hoping that
hour already.
we can do this for 2 hours. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Sophia.
And
You're welcome.
yeah.
Your hands are cold.
Yeah, really cool. It's really cool. So
Yeah.
thank you for the crews. Thank you for the viewers for watching this. So see you next week. Bye bye.